Hello and welcome to Critical Tumble, where a bunch of longtime friends and internet nerds transcend geography through the power of Discord to occasionally play Dungeons and Dragons if health of yourself, your family, or just about anything else permitting. We're missing somebody else again, but thankfully we do have some travel time, so we can effectively stall. Again. Anyway, previously, the Cupcake Coterie have been in the Sullivan plantation real time for like 3 months. Technically, it's only been a few days. It has not been a very pleasant few days. There was blood and gore and evidence of some really nasty cultist types and traps that sort of ran the gamut of disgusting and deadly. The well was a lost cause. There was the horse avalanche. This is what they are finding as relaxing as they possibly can en route to killing the ancient white dragon sitting on the capital of Gray's Inn, and incidentally resurrecting as many of the effigies of the party that was left in the Sullivan's master bedroom as they could, i.e. the ones that still had all their appendages. The previous evening, almost everybody had really horrific nightmares. Remy, because just no. Farida for other reasons. We haven't got to that point yet. And we ended with sort of putting together breakfast and going through the gamut of what the nightmares were, at least partially for Farida's benefit, just so that she could basically see if that fits with her current theory. So, the nightmares have been spoken of basically worst fears to a fairly significant degree. Mostly a theme of, for most of them being servants of the black shit, Hazel just got being mauled to death by, well, Barnabas. Because somewhere in the core of Hazel's being is the idea, the fervent faith that Paylor will smite her to ash before it gets to the point of her being icked. We don't know if that's true or not, but Hazel will be like that sometimes. So, yeah, the final confirming that Barnabas's and Hazel's dreams actually matched up, which was a whole different level of creepy, and has Alice putting together as gentle a breakfast as possible. And Darvin is he's a little quiet today, at least in part because he's still kind of occasionally just touching his face to make sure it's still there. So he's probably going to be quiet for a while. Which was how I was going to explain it if he was just not feeling up to being his usual ebullient self, but now I can just kind of leave him to get over the trauma over there. So yeah, and setting plates down. So, what does that do to your theory? I'm taking it you said you didn't have nightmares, but I'm just hoping you got enough sleep. I know you.
Depends how much this counts as sleep, but
okay.
First thing, we can't spend another night here. Like, no, cannot, do not.
We weren't planning on it, so that's good, but I know it all makes sense in your head. I'd like it to make sense in mine, please.
I'm figuring out
how to say it. Okay.
How to say it? Yeah. So basically, I'm not sure if whatever ritual they were doing was completed, but at least enough of it was that basically this land is cursed.
You can do that to land?
Well, it's I suspect a way of getting at the heart without knowing where the heart of the land is. If you corrupt enough of the land, it will affect the heart.
Okay. I guess my question is, I don't disbelieve you, and there was some really unfortunate shit. So yeah, but if they were trying to corrupt it, why isn't this place oozing with black shit like the blind harpy?
Good question. Like,
Well, let's hear more of yours, and then maybe we can put together a theory.
well, yeah, this basically everything I found. Let's take back a step. Sleeping last night, instead of a normal dream or a nightmare like everyone else had, I somehow ended up in the library in the ice maze.
What?
Like, literally?
No. Out of
No.
character, no.
No, not literally. I didn't. I wasn't physically there, but I was there.
Okay.
And yeah, with the basically the books I was reading basically talked about the various hearts of various lands, with the ones in Equitas being like within the dragon governors themselves, the Elven Wilds and the core of its oldest tree, but also indicated if someone doesn't know where the land is, it still can be affected if enough of the land is affected. Which is what I think they were trying to do here. Like, I suspect it's not all black shit. Probably a couple different theories in my head right now. One, maybe they're trying to be more subtle about it, so we can't, because they did a good job of trying to hide things from passerbys, so that it's not immediately dealt with, or it wasn't finished.
Well, as you say, there was enough of it.
Explains a few things, like the like I cast
True sight.
spell to look into the ethereal like a day or so ago, and Clarity got an eyeful of
Darvin
things.
Darvin is like, but I, whatever it is, it have to go beyond what detect magic can see. I mean, is it because it's too big and I'm in it? Because I didn't see a specific curse, but I don't know how this shit works.
To grab Clarity's hand, grab a hold of my holy symbol, and cast True Seeing on myself.
Make me a wisdom save. You should be more or less okay at this, but given what the dice have been doing to some of you lately, yeah.
Small check to see if that does nothing to wisdom saves. Toggle off. That is 10.
No.
I rolled a 3.
No, this has to stop now. This is worse than Clarity had it. This is This is wrong. This is bad. This is no. This is no, no, no. And if this doesn't stop soon, you are going to lose your fucking mind.
Yeah, I'm turning that off immediately.
You okay? Slides, coffee.
Yeah,
Coffee.
yeah, it's
Coffee.
if it's anything of that nature, I'll take the coffee down some.
Yeah, thankfully she did put some milk in it because it's shaking a little and you feel some slop. Your hands are shaking a little, so you feel some slop down your chin, but it helps steady.
Set it down again. Oh wow. Yeah, it just based on that level of that I that I saw. Yeah, it's whatever it is, it's a lot bigger than a detect magic spell would see.
Darvin just sits still occasionally, but I know we got all of the money and all that in the vault, and that's all Sarah's, and that's one thing. But this land is hers too. And I don't know if we could fix this, but we gotta try to think about it sometime. I get that we can't stay here another night. Believe me, I don't want to, but can we just leave it like this?
We'd have to for now.
We don't have any way to immediately deal with it. Like,
Really?
It's gonna have to be like Star Coast. I mean, we're just gonna have to leave it out as it is for now and come back and deal with it when we can. We can only do so much, and we already have a dragon on the docket, so.
Yeah, I know. It just. Ugh. Sick of these. Leaving this kind of mess.
Yeah.
And LSA is just so. Obviously, we have to not spend another night here. How much of this do we carry with us when we go? And is our prolonged exposure to this place going to be a problem down the line? Did we pick up the curse from this land like a case of fleas? Why am I using that as a metaphor? You don't have to worry about fleas. And technically that was a simile. Anyway!
Wouldn't we have sensed something like that? One way or another?
How?
Something this strong? I don't know if it would.
And
Well,
I
we've
mean,
got our various.
yeah, but we usually have to be actively thinking about using them to do so. And I imagine that doing so here would see the evil everywhere. I don't think we know for sure unless we tried to detect that. That's the thing. How much of the land has been? Do we even know how far the Sullivan plantation borders are? Is it just the? Oh, there's too many questions.
Case of lacking information, and since we don't have that information, at least not readily available, unless we want to go through every single desk again to double check for maps, I don't think we're going to get that.
I mostly just want to know, because as far as I can tell from having traveled this for a while, plantations is big. And I don't want to think I'm safe and then go to sleep and have this eating at a sick anymore.
yeah. Like what little I know of the curse is it's designed to curse the land itself and drive people who stay on it basically away or insane. Like I don't know if it's something that'll carry or not. Don't we don't I don't have any way to reasonably figure that out until we're not there anymore. Like or we're not here anymore.
Yeah, and of course we don't know where the boundary of here is. So here's a question. That I mean, I'm having a whole issue where there's inanimate meat that then becomes living people. What does having been either curse adjacent or part of it do to them? Is it okay because their souls weren't there at the time? The people we resurrected, what did this do anything to them? I'ma go talk to Hearthhome.
Yes.
Steps
Do that.
out.
Theoretically, since they
Yeah,
were recent,
That's the thing. Out of character, you don't know how recent they were. It's still a few days. They were there longer than you were.
and just
Willie
kept
and
thinking they'd
Miranda.
have to be relatively recent for the spell to work.
Within 10 days, so you're looking at about a week. So
Exactly, and that's about a week. So, yeah.
Willie and Miranda can check if they haven't already. Sure, they've been keeping a close eye on them for other obvious reasons.
Well, then if anything's wrong with them, then at least Lyra is nearby. She could probably help.
and dead silence falls across the kitchen, and I just imagine each and every one of you kind of picking at breakfasts, with the exception of potentially Remy, who is a consummate soldier, and between her and Barnabas, you eat when you can.
Even Barnabas is not nearly
Yeah.
putting it away like normal.
Well, yeah, but I mean, to be fair, after the dry heaving, we're not really surprised.
Yeah.
My concern is if we do carry a part of this curse in us because of being on the land, how do we get rid of it? Because I mean, I don't think Hazel has.
Alice leans back into the room. You remember when she was talking about remove curse about these, and points at the wings? Yes, she can.
Oh, that's true.
And as far as we can tell, the newest refugees is fine. They did not stay at Hearthhome very long. Mostly, I think, because that amount of aggressive welcoming kind of freaked them out. As I understand it, currently they are trying to help rebuild the Golden Bough, and Lyra's been helping supervise that, which I think weirded them out even more, being supervised by a theoretically blind woman. But so far, so good. So I guess it was just that, you know, their bodies might have been here for about a week. Their souls were not here for very long. So that's something.
All we can do is ask people who know more than we do. 'Cause
Oh, I know. I know. That's not what I was making the face about, because honestly, that's more or less settled. We know that Lyra, between Lyra and Estan and Jenna, they take no shit from no one. So things are probably gonna be okay. It's more that I'm looking around this table, and I'm not excluding myself from this. I just can't see. But it actually pulls out a mirror. Yeah, no. This is kind of what Tiamat and her handbag brigade want.
I'll suck us out, you mean?
Well, look at us!
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. That does seem like the kind of underhanded tactic they'd use.
To be fair, most armies do that. It's just normally a little less grotesque. I mean, Barnabas, how many times have they put you at the front of a skirmish line?
Quite a few.
And I mean, that's a different kind of psyching someone out. It's, look, they have a Minotaur. We have an army. We have a Minotaur.
My personal favorite is the "Oh my gods, what is that?" reaction. That was always great.
There are some very ill-read people in the Southern Lands, apparently.
It wasn't common, but it's going to be an easy day when you got it.
I would have thought that it'd be an easier day if they knew exactly what you were, because, oh my god, what is that? Is kind of, well, maybe it's not that good at fighting, and then you turn out to be very good at fighting. People who know the Minotaur reputation are probably, I'm not messing with you. Oh no, not messing with you. Nope.
It seemed to kind of even out. There was a whole hell of a lot of get me away from that thing either way. But when they didn't know what I could do, the properly paranoid, especially like unit commanders, twisted themselves up in knot. I remember at one point they were like, "It might have a breath weapon. Back off!" I'm like, "No, but enjoy giving ground. Have a nice day."
See, this is better. I know what we're doing is really important, and I also know that we've been through a few days of absolute hell. Some of us more than others. But we cannot let this weigh on us.
Get to us.
We'll get out. We'll travel as far as we can. We'll try to cheer up. As much as I know how that sounds as it's not so much cheering up as self-bolstering. If nothing else, remembering how awesome we are. Well, you do have Darvin looking over at like, yeah, you can laugh at that all you want, but weren't you the one who was pinned to the floor with a bone lance and pulled it out of your shoulder, stood up, shouted, "Let go of my friends," and just poked this thing full of magic missile holes? How are you saying you're not awesome?
I'm not.
That laugh kind of said, I don't really believe it. Just so you know.
It's more on the axes of still getting used to the awesomeness instead of getting used to a clusterfuck around me.
I'll say it's just getting used to both at the same time would actually be better. Because if you're used to the surrounding of clusterfuck, it doesn't phase you as much, and then you can be further bolstered by the awesome that is you. I need to hear more about the awesome that is you, because if I'm going to dance that particular victory, I need more of it. And honestly, I Ray and I were kind of busy.
Understandably.
Right. I know the night we've had, but please finish your breakfasts. We're probably not going to want to properly stop for lunch. If we get far enough and there's actually anything worth having out here, I'm going to try, like, doing a bit of hunt and forage. I know you have to make us breakfast in the morning, Hazel, but, it'd be nice to spare some of the supplies at least, and I don't know, there's something cheerful about the people cooking. Or maybe that's just me. Nudges Barnabas's plate towards him, refills his coffee. Eat.
I mean, you can all tell it's a struggle, but he's doing it. He's absolutely.
Yeah, she did try to stick relatively light for Barnabas. Not particularly heavy foods, but hopefully things settle down. And Hazel, you've got that medicine kit. You don't have any teas for an upset stomach, do you? I'm gonna roll the hand of fate on that one.
I'm gonna check that.
As a matter of fact, you do. One section in your medicine kit that was at least partially put together by Tully and Miranda is a small selection of of their home remedies teas. So headaches, sore throats, upset stomachs, just simple stuff that you don't need medicine for, but still has some medicinal uses. And they are neatly labeled just like they are at home.
Ah. Well, perfect answer. Here.
Well, it's your medicine kit. Could you brew Barnabas up something? I worry when he's not.
I'm gonna proceed to go about doing that.
Yeah, not very long after that, you get a kind of a gingery, cinnamony, herbal kind of tea thrust at you.
This drinks it. This isn't bad at all.
It helps as well. It takes a few minutes, but ginger is one of those things that very much settles the stomach.
Other than that, if it wasn't medicinal, I'd drink it just when I wasn't in the mood for coffee. Okay, I don't know whenever that's going to be, but
Yeah, most I can't speak for Hazel's parents, but everyone I've ever known who was into medicinal teas has always said there's absolutely no point if it's not reasonably drinkable.
That is a very accurate truth.
Barring anything else?
Clarity is going to, after she takes a long time to finish her food, but she does eventually, and picks up one of her daggers and just sort of goes to a corner and looks at, like, if there's a mirror nearby, she's gonna go up to it
Well,
Take her braid and just slice it off.
okay. Well, the nearest mirror is in the is actually in the sort of front hallway. Not usually much use for windows or mirrors rather in kitchens.
And she's just going to toss it aside and take a deep breath and come back.
I'm not going to ask anything but this. Are you sure you want to leave your hair here? On
Goes
cursed
back,
ground.
picks it up, puts it in a bag.
Yeah, I was actually thinking, and I don't know how far I don't know what the symbolism is for. I'm not going to ask. You can say if you want to. But if you really don't want anyone having that much of you to use as a focus for something, possibly set it on fire? Are you okay?
No. I told my patron yesterday that she could kill my brother. And there was a hope that there was not going to be that kind of eventuality, but after this morning, it seems more likely, and things feel out of control. Hair is something I can control.
Puts a hand on her own. I know that feeling, and somewhat in reverse. If you ever want to control it the other way, I still have, I got this thing from these guys from Oralmus, sort of a shampoo that grows your hair out. And Darwin is like, I can attest that it works. Remember when His Majesty asshole set me on fire? Just saying it's there. That's all. Pats on the shoulder. Speaking of things, what we have, we should double check and make sure we haven't left anything. I'll let you guys take 20 on that one because you're all generally pretty self-contained. We're a traveling bunch, so everything is mostly in travel packs or in the sled. Following, last minute preparations and checking over bits that you more or less know are safe. Everybody, into the sled, or if in the case of Remy and Alice on Legolas's back, who's giving them looks like, well, fucking finally, kind of. Yeah, you probably didn't like it much here either. Rough. Okay, let's get out of here. And off you go. The hand of fate again. Yeah, the weather holds for much of the day, anyway. There's occasional rest stops because, strong as Legolas is, he can't run all day. But not for particularly long, and he's really going flat out, so it's pretty obvious that he wants to be gone just as much as you guys do. And first thing you notice, sort of fairly early afternoon, is it's getting a lot darker, a lot sooner than you reckon it should be. And when you look up, that's storm clouds. Apparently, this is looking like it's about to blizzard.
Can't be good.
Alisei stops briefly, leans back towards people and goes, "That is bad. Just everybody recognizes that is bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody remotely local to this area, which technically would be Hazel and Clarity and to a point Darwin, because you've at least traveled this way before, any of you know of any kind of shelter in the immediate area?" I think I'm going to have to ask you for either a history or survival check, whichever is the greater for Clarity and Hazel and I guess Darwin. Look at Darwin.
Jeez.
There's her sheet. So
Yeah, all the more reason for Hazel to basically be spending this entire sled ride basically wound around Clarity, trying to be as comforting a weight as possible.
She's not. Her mind's not on that.
I was going to say she's a bit distracted.
yeah, it's yeah. Hazel does actually because just Darwin is like, I spent the entire trip, like, I think part of this leg of it I was this the leg of it that I spent made of stone? No, that was
No.
Heading to the Blind Harpy, wasn't it? We're traveling so much faster because of legs. I lost track. But yeah, no. But yeah, Hazel remembers mostly from hearing some of the chatter at the at the inn of Gray's Inn, that there's not so much a plantation, but a kind of a hostelry for travelers to stop at in the case of inclement weather, though usually on empty plains like this it's been more like monsoons, the occasional tornado, but it can work for blizzards. It's about 3 miles that way, off the main road. There should be a game trail that leads to it, but it's not like you can see it in the snow that's already piled up anyway, so.
Miles. Pointing sort of around Clarity that way. There's a game trail that'll lead to a place to stay for bad weather. Though it's not usually blizzards, it's usually electrical storms and giant columns of angry wind.
They have tornadoes here?
Yep.
Well, let's hope that we don't have snow-nado. Leads.
To avoid.
Yeah, and the leads Legolas in the direction that Hazel indicated. And not very long after that, you come out. It's how lucky are you? Not very. You're probably still about a mile away when the blizzard starts in earnest. And we're talking high winds. The snow is more or less horizontal at this point, and it's hitting the face and stinging a lot, and you can never entirely tell what direction it's coming from.
Storm's guide, it's always going to be at our back.
Okay. That's gonna freak Alisei the hell out. Okay, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on?
That's me.
I'm gonna ask for an explanation about that later. My problem is it is blowing my wings into my elbows.
Is there a preferable direction?
No, we'll figure something out when we stop.
Is there a preferable direction for Blizzard?
It's more, is there with these things there is no preferable direction. It's either blowing into my face, which I guess I could tolerate, or it's blowing wings into various bits of me. Only
You can't make it. You can't like send it back over us.
I can basically pick a direction within 100-foot radius of myself.
Can that direction be up?
Do you want it blowing this hard
want it
up?
to be up.
Nope. I said, you know what? Nope. I stand corrected. I assumed up would mean we would be like protected from the blizzard, because the blizzard would hit your elements shit or whatever you're doing, and it'll just like bounce off it.
No,
How
no.
it works.
you're talking. If the direction is up, you're talking about a blizzard bidet. Nobody wants that.
No.
Fair enough.
It's only Clarity and Barnabas who apparently.
That is not something you were ever allowed to mention in Agraf. Someone would do that.
Oh no.
Actually, I had a flip through of inventions that really did not work in one of Egref's bookshops. They did try that.
Of course they tried.
Ooh. I'm just kind of gonna fold even further around Clarity. Just nope. Warm like sun. I'll just stay here and not think about that. Consider the fact that I've got a personal son right here.
Aww.
And eventually you make it to a somewhat ramshackle looking, I mean, it's a dinky little building. It should probably fit everybody, but it's also actually no, everybody give me a perception check.
Do we have disadvantage because of the weather?
Yes.
Is this?
Yeah, Hazel, you're gonna want to roll at disadvantage. This isn't a dark vision thing.
Yeah, did you want me to roll again, or just completely, or shift to disadvantage and then roll again?
Shift to disadvantage and then roll again. Yes.
All right, perfect.
Yeah,
that is way better than accidentally.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah,
particularly, you're sort of wound around Clarity, which explains why Clarity can't see shit either.
Well,
Because it's kind of hard to see around.
I just keep getting snow in my eyes. And
Yeah, and so does Barnabas.
No.
they even don't have glasses.
Meanwhile, Barnabas is sort of grateful for the chain on his pince-nez because if he's trying to look, it's like point nap, and yeah, that's way too much in the vein of it's Remy, who's partially getting sheltered because when they stopped outside the building, Alisaie's wing has sort of come up a little bit over Remy predominantly because of how it goes. It doesn't really shelter her very well, but Remy's short. Whoop. And Ryland's used to peering through leaves. This isn't that much different. It's just colder. I mean, it's probably more structurally sound than it looks, but it's also... This is probably a function of the wind being that strong, and getting out of the sled is going to be fun, because every so often when the wind gusts particularly hard, you two see that building lean slightly. Just slightly, but lean.
God, that is a strong wind.
And given Ryland's very good perception check, they actually hear the creak of the wood.
Well, it seems like the building's gonna hold at the very least.
That was a question.
It's a concern, given that the wind is strong enough that I can hear some amount of boards creaking.
Well, what option have we got?
There.
Does it look like there's room for legs as well? 'Cause
Legs is gonna be fine in this weather. In fact, if Legs stands on the side of the building that happens to be doing that creak thing at any given moment, probably shore up the building somewhat. We will bring you something nice, Legs. Murph. Pat, pat. Okay, getting there is going to be fun for a lot of people because it had been snowing for a while now. That snow is probably fairly deep. And getting through it and the wind is going to be hard for some of you. Does anybody want to skip all of that and be airlifted?
shorter people probably should do that.
Is it not too windy?
That is a valid point.
I'm fairly strong.
That is very true.
And, I am less likely to blow away even when I'm up. I do know how to tilt things for dealing with the wind. It's just when I'm not making them do anything that the wind at my back is sort of boomf into my. Thankfully, I don't have reins on Legolas. That would be. Yes, I know you don't need them.
Fair enough.
Right. I'm actually going to wait until those of you who are going to try to walk it on your own do, so I know who to insist on taking an airlift. Who's going first?
I'll do it.
Try.
Barnabas, given you have hooves, that would be an athletics check with disadvantage. You stumble a time or two as you get kind of blown off course a little bit, and because you're kind of up to around mid thighs on you in snow, not doing your hooves any favors, and at least once you've kind of been boofed over, but you manage not to fall completely into the snowdrifts. So you've staggered a lot, but you've got to what serves this thing as a very small front porch.
Well, he'll do his best to clear as much out of the way to help other people come and go inside.
Yeah, okay. Barnabas has attempted to clear some things. So there's kind of a Minotaur width path-ish.
Okay. I'm gonna have to try this.
And you're also going to have an athletics check at disadvantage, and actually probably a higher target than Barnabas because he stomped the snow down, and it's very cold out there. So it is now ice.
As I'm like standing, I'm having a moment of wanting to use the boots, but figuring that with the ice, no. So I'm gonna just trudge normally.
Okay, but you're still at disadvantage because you're not really expecting the slippery surface. You end up three steps in, and you all see, Barnabas included, see she's actually trying to be careful, and that's rare for Hazel. And then she hits a patch of ice, slides forward, and poof into the snowdrift, which hits her around about chest level.
You okay?
I think.
I mean, you will eventually get there, but you will be slipping, sliding, and falling into the sort of walls of snowdrift that Barnabas has tried to clear out.
Built for balance.
This is part of why I was asking if anybody just wanted to be flown. I mean, to be fair, Faraday's not going to have this problem because used to this and also claws.
I may as well go next.
Pinball.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm not making Faraday even roll for this. The day a silver dragonborn cannot walk in snow and ice, that day will never come. But even she's having to be a little bit careful. It's just she remembers how. Which was lots of fun when the Hearthhome children were learning to ice skate, and she just kind of slid along on claws. So yeah, okay. So Barnabas, Faraday, and Hazel are through. I'm serious.
No, I want to do something else stupid. And she climbs out of the sleigh and is careful, but is gonna go.
Again, this is not an acrobatics thing, I'm afraid. So it is.
No, I know.
It is athletics.
She knows it's stupid.
Watch her roll. Really? Nope.
Nope. Well, one of them was. It was not the one that I was gonna take.
Oh yeah, no. So it really is. Clarity is in this fuck it angry kind of mood. So she's walking angry, and so does wind up not only slipping, but ending up kind of coasting forward feet first, so that she winds up buried up to the waist, and just new short hairdo onto the ice with feet buried in the snowdrift.
This ended about as well as I imagined.
You alright?
Super. It's cold.
Then get out of it.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you.
Any way to attempt to help?
You are wise. You have insight. You know she wants to do this on her own because she's beating herself up in the funniest, most mischief-laden way she knows how. So, no, but maybe you can hug her more later. And yeah, after a few more slips and slides and liberally covered in snow, including at least some going down the back where her braid would have caught it once, on the porch. Then
Towards the end, she's gonna wiggle on her tummy and just be like, "Look, I'm a penguin."
Oh,
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh.
Okay.
Now I'm imagining a penguin with horns, and that just... That's baffling.
There's actually a species of penguin that's got
I was
these
gonna
yellow
say,
feathers. You out of character, you wouldn't know. The
Yeah.
only penguins you've ever seen are dire penguins, and that little tiny one in the bomb. But it's there's a smaller penguin with the yellow feathers like that, and then there's dire versions of those. Now the regular ones are come up to about waist height on Barnabas. The dire ones actually make the ones you fought look kind of puny.
That is terrifying.
There is magnificent eating on one of those, though.
That's like a dire penguin.
Yeah. Isn't it great?
I didn't think dire levels stacked.
Now you know.
Oh.
And Darvin
Knowing
is
is half the battle.
Darvin is like, you know what? Looks at the icy path that's getting covered by more snow and getting tamped down, particularly by Clarity's Emperor Penguin impression. So it's more ice. Darvin is like, you know what? Fuck it, and takes hold of Ava. Dimension door, and you're both on the porch.
Get on it.
I was gonna misty step, but
Well, we still got Rylan to worry about. Rylan, how are you getting from?
I've been sitting here debating this role in my head. Actually, I have dice in front of me. I'll hand of fate this.
Oh God, it's become the meme now.
You infected me with it, and now it's escalating.
Okay, what does?
I hoard I have dragon's hoard worth of dice. Exactly. Fuck it. Ryland's gonna go for it. Why
Okay, athletics check with
Yeah.
disadvantage.
now? Why now? We're all the good.
That's the thing. Rylan is very good at knowing where to put their feet, and has sort of seen what's been going on. And towards the end, he's actually just kind of skids like ice skating.
That was actually kind of fun.
Not fair at all.
Rylan, be light on their feet! And then scoops Remy up in a bridle carry and woof.
And they don't have a heavy armor, which probably helps.
Alice just lands, puts Remy down. I don't
thank you.
know. Heavy armor isn't that bad. Well, I mean, then again. And yeah, Barnabas, being already inside, is seeing. I mean, it'll fit you guys. It's got a little pot-bellied stove, collection of sort of pallet beds that you can roll your respective bed rolls on. Not much else, really. There's a Rylan, who's the only one who, was actually the one with the high perception, who was actually looking, did note that there was a box off to the side that probably contains firewood for the stove that's in the middle of this whole assemblage. And yeah, now that you're all inside, you can occasionally hear a creak when the wind picks up, particularly.
I'm just going over to the box to confirm.
So Rylan steps outside and is like, "Where's?" And comes back with the wood. Ah, that's where you were going. Because there's not really enough room for the pallet beds for all these people and a box for wood. So you kind of noticed it outside as you were sliding. Okay, is anybody going to give me shit if I go and try and do some hunting?
Oh.
I know you're gonna be careful, so I guess not.
For varying definitions of careful. It's hard to be careful depending on what you're actually doing, but it's just this is not the kind of weather that those of you who know how to hunt are used to hunting in, or I'd take company.
My question is more, are you gonna find anything in this weather?
Hi? Remember where I did most of my training?
True. Well, I meant
Most of the living?
more like would anything be out in this weather? whether you'd be able to find them.
Doesn't matter if it's out or not. If you find den, hole, whatever, and you find a thing, and honestly, yeah, the I don't think that will be so much the problem. Possibly less for the growing things, but Legs might be able to dig something up. Legs is good at that, as you can probably imagine. Though I am probably going to want to give him some bonbons as a treat. So, I'm gonna go hunting. If anything goes wrong, I will message one of you. Y'all just start the fire, stay warm, and try not to let this place collapse on top of you. That'd be really nice. Darvin
We'll
is
do our damnedest.
Darvin is kind of looking up at the corners and going, I wonder if mending would do anything here. I can give it a try.
That's a fair question.
I can't imagine it would hurt.
We're hand defeating this one as well too. It doesn't do much, but it's almost it's almost a placebo effect thing. Yeah,
Can I help in this by double teaming it? Because I also have mending.
Yeah, it was still a hand of fate as to whether this was something mending could do anything about. Because mending fixes what is broken, so sturdying up something that is already as solid as it's gonna get doesn't. So yeah, she can help, but it's still the same scenario. It's mostly what it does is help you feel a little better when the creaks happen, because you know that there is nothing left that is broken, so this should probably be okay. Start a fire in the little stove.
I'm going to see about prepping what I can out of the bag o' random nonsense.
Without even knowing what's going to be brought back to cook. Because, Alice...
Basic, in basically just pulling things that would act as a holdover.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you guys for lunch would have just been, whatever jerky you could nom on your way past, so possibly stomachs have settled by now. I don't really know.
Clarity is just going to go around and start fires, and if there's a fireplace, and then
it's actually just the little stove, because
just the
stove.
stove.
Because the building is so small. The windows are actually quite small as well, and they're fairly well sealed, so not a lot of the cold is getting in. So it's a fairly efficient little stove, and the best part is there's room on it for like pot for coffee or a pot for cookery or whatever.
She just uses prestidigitation.
Well, Rylan brought in wood, so you have a fire going, and it's a little bit of a squish, but that just actually helps keep it moderately warm. And silence apparently descends again.
I'm gonna hand out little bits of the holdover stuff.
Darvin is like, oh look, we have hors d'oeuvres and everything. Means pre-dinner snack, Hazel.
Thank you.
Sorry, it's snooty rich people talk.
Yeah. Nobles are weird.
What? Because they have a word for pre-dinner snack that isn't pre-dinner snack?
Yes.
I thought that was appetizers.
No, appetizers is See, the thing is, appetizer count a bit more as part of the meal, whereas hors d'oeuvres are more the snacky bits that you have with the pre-dinner drinks.
Rich
Oh, there's
people.
an actual difference.
Hors d'oeuvres are things you can eat while standing up with a glass of wine in one hand.
Ugh, rich people.
Well, yeah, but let's face it, it's also pretty efficient.
David's debating whether to react to that because she knows it's directed at her, but she was a rich person once.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Darvin is trying to kind of veer a little bit away from that. It's just sort of, you got to admit, it's convenient. It's also a really good way to hide if somebody wants to like dance with you and you don't wanna. 'Cause sorry, I have a drink and I have a snack. Catch me a little later, okay? And then you just kind of hide in a corner. Ava was the master at that.
Remember that noble guy from where was he? He kept trying to dance with me.
Yeah, well, that was
Don't
the
shake him off.
that was right up until I invited him to dance. And
Oh yes, I remember that. His face was priceless.
it was, but let's just say that a little bit later on, we found out that awakened some things.
Was it the try anything once thing that woke up, or was it something else in someone else?
No, it was more he was then thinking about following us both around.
Oh.
Thankfully, though, it turned out that your I don't think your mom minded that he was into that, but he did mind that he wasn't as into you. So that's why he wasn't coming around after that. It may have been minor indiscretion when she happened to be walking past the stables about 2 days later. Well, he was bugging you.
Yeah, this is Darwin. This does not surprise.
Wasn't a bad kisser, though.
Have to wonder if that gave him enough incentive to, I don't know, head out towards places like the Tipsy Pixie. Cross whole continents to get to find more surprise me.
Hazel. I lived in Star Coast, which was is still one of the most cosmopolitan bits of Baronsphere. And I hadn't heard of the Tipsy Pixie. He was this minor nobleling from a dinky little holding just on the edge of Vanadar land. How do you think he heard about the Tipsy Pixie of all things?
I'm just saying Tipsy Pixie because that's the name we all know. I'm just meaning in general, trying to find somewhere for more surprise me.
We know the Rosenbauer. We know Prayers to Sune. There's other names.
Oh, that was just the first one that came to mind.
I'm not surprised.
You shouldn't be.
I gotta see Prayers to Sune someday. See how their dancing measures up Talisays, if nothing else. You could probably do a better comparison study than I could, Remy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
One of
probably
these days.
missed a trick not taking you there on your pre-wedding.
Oh no, yes. It's a good thing I picked Or I picked the theme that night.
Yeah, but
No, that's something, Alice would be interested in comparing notes, I'm assuming, so.
not gonna say it. Not gonna say it. Not gonna say it. Is the basic expression on his face. Probably doing the. Sorry. And on that note, we have hit break time, so things may happen when we get back. Sorry, very quickly, Antheus, does your T-shirt read "Video games ruined my life"? Good thing I have 2 more.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
It's
a friend of mine
amazing.
had it on a bag.
Perfect.
I was like,
Yeah, that's old school though. I'm sure that there's a fair few people from the younger generation of gaming being like, what do you mean only 3 lives?
What are lives, considering several people have just regenerating health now?
Regening health or respawn.
Or what are lives
Or
plural
just
in the
a
case of the Souls players?
Yeah, there's that too. But some of us remember the holdovers from the arcade days when you had to have limited lives to make you spend more quarters.
also 2 words:
Yep.
Crash Bandicoot.
Which?
Oh God.
Original Pac-Man.
So,
Eyes old.
You know, I played a cabinet of that at least a couple of times.
They used to have a nickel arcade, ways out from San Bruno. I don't think it's there anymore. But it was all the old cabinet games.
Probably it might still be there, just converted to a different kind of arcade.
I'm just amazed that arcades are a thing at all anymore. Most of the ones that I knew around London seems to have shut down.
They're only on
But we
Nostalgia these
had
days.
an arcade bar sort of bag not too far from here, but either they fully shut down or they made like Creator Burger and moved to Daly City, depriving everyone local of the good stuff. There is also an actual another bar of that nature that's further south in the area. That one's still running. They've got all like old arcade cabinets and old arcade games too, like not like video game cabinets, but like full on things like roll the ball or the
E-ball?
like some kind of weird basketball thing.
Yeah, the rolling the ball thing is skee ball. Yeah.
Skee ball, thank you. I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is it called? I completely spaced.
But mostly known from things like Chuck E. Cheese.
oh yeah, they had stuff like that where you could get tickets.
Yeah, and then
Tickets
you.
to get crap that it wasn't worth anything.
Yeah.
But you still bank your parents for money to get spent on games that you lose to get tickets for stuff that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we wonder where microtransactions and loot boxes came from.
It's all just a continuum of greed.
Nix, skee ball does not become Kerbals.
No.
The last person on
no.
Earth who understands the mashup engine that is my brain.
I
You should know this by now, Smeagol.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I want to actually do something.
Yes.
Let's do that then. And we're back in a little hostelry shelter kind of situation in the middle of a raging blizzard. Having occasional bits of conversation, listening to the beams creak every time there's a particularly strong gust wind, and waiting for Alice to come back with something hunted up. Eeny, meeny, miny. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So. Yeah, and it's Faraday who gets from LSA. Picked you because you're least likely to panic. There's some frost giants out here, so backup might be an idea.
Okay.
And you just get that for fair enough.
What?
What's happening?
Clarification, please. Like
Okay.
the name
Hazel.
clarity should say.
Let her speak.
Short version. Alistair needs backup.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Frost
get
Giants.
our shit together.
Let's
and go.
go.
Frost giants?
Remy
Frost
runs the door.
Oh god.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Honestly, on the
Everybody
basis
get your shit,
that
let's
we
get
are in the
moving.
given that we are on a featureless plane, I'm just gonna leave it white because that's what you've currently got. So, well,
Do we know where she went?
yeah, that's gonna be the other problem. Alice did not really have a terrible amount of.
I have locate creature, locate object, I think. Which could...
Oh, Remy uses your ring.
Ah,
Oh,
yes.
that's true. Yeah, that ring.
Okay. Just find a thing. Probably do.
Did she mention how many frost giants there were?
Nope.
Does it matter?
Oh,
No.
a little bit. 2 is going to be different from 6, for example.
We still have to provide backup.
Yes,
I'm.
but it helps to have an idea of what we're dealing with.
I'm sure that Remy is loving this conversation.
No, Remy is just booking it.
Yeah. Okay. So in fact, Remy is not paying any attention to this conversation. So.
Ignore that click. I was just trying to remember what something does.
Okay, so. And object tokens. That is in fact the appropriate size. So 1, 2.
Oh, he's your big boy.
Oh, yeah, big.
I don't think you should be making "Who's a good boy" noises at fucking Frost Giants.
He's a big boy.
Okay.
Oh,
Clarity, you cannot pet the frost giants.
Oh boy.
This is like having a conversation with Alana all over again. Okay, so take that down. So yeah,
Flat plane, there's no like mounts or
Mm,
anything.
this is usually grassland. There is nothing, and because no, definitely not. But given that, I'm sorry, there is going to be a penalty for having stopped for longer than 6 seconds to have a conversation about how many. So
I assumed we were still talking and moving, but
you said nothing of that kind. You did not say running. You just had. Why did you think everybody sounded so impatient with you? And yeah, but Noms declared straight off, probably
Yay.
just out. So yeah, so that means that I'll fill you guys into that later. But for the time being, we're still going to roll initiative just so that we know where everybody is. Well, I suppose that makes sense.
Ah, jeez.
Oh no.
My rolls have been crap today.
Only because of the disadvantage a few times. So, thankfully, frost giants are slow. So, let's see, what have we got? So that's Hazel. Remy. Oh, darn. I was forgetting somebody. This is gonna be fun. Ava. Christ, some of you guys really did roll shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say again how unfortunate Barnabas's initials are.
Or appropriate, depending.
So that puts. Okay, so. And. Coming in from the side here. Legs. So yeah, LSA actually rolled even with Ryland, so
Oh,
it makes sense. She's the one who's out out
she's
there.
the one there.
Yeah, and on seeing Remy exit and start heading in her general direction, she's like, okay, that's fine. And frost giants are carrying great axes. Fantastic. So, they're a little far behind her, and she's going to cast heat metal on the one in the center there. Saving throw of... It's con saving throw +8, rolled a 7. Yes. So, frost giant gives this pained bellow and drops his great axe. So let me just check on. Do any damage? Yes, 2d8 fire damage. Nice. Haha. Okay, so that's 10 points. Okay, so one of them is unarmed, in there, and holding a hand and kind of screaming. Rylan, hand of fate. You were actually smart enough to just go, you know what, I'm gonna follow Remy.
Okay.
So you're
Okay.
we're gonna say, for the sake of argument, that the little hostelry is kind of there-ish. Just so you know.
Oh, it's real close. Okay.
Well, yeah, the door is kind of on that side though, so you're having to kind of skirt around the building because there's not really much in the way of window that side. So, yeah, Rylan is seeing... Yeah, the ones that are having to skip this round to actually get out are Hazel, because was giving answers, Farida, because was giving answers, and Ava, who was asking questions. The others are hand-of-fating it. Actually, I may as well do that now. So that's... Darvin was waiting, because Darvin does that. Barnabas followed Remy, because Barnabas follows Remy. And Clarity was waiting on Hazel. So that does just mean that we have effectively Barnabas kind of flanking Rylan there. Oh, shit.
If that's all good.
Yeah, so you're starting there, you still have movement, etc., etc., etc.
Although honestly, I might not use the movement because I'm very comfortable just being back here and fucking shit up from back here. I would like to send an Eldritch Blast, one at each of the three, sort of spread the damage around.
Okay.
So that's it. Things are please work. So I'll go from left to right to hit, starting with the first one.
Okay.
18.
That hits, roll damage.
So that will be 6 damage.
Okay.
Rolling on the middle.
No.
14. Nope. Rolling on the right.
Okay. That hits, roll
17
damage.
That's perfectly alright.
I'm sorry.
No, that's perfect. That's fine. I know it's a free action to talk, right?
Yes.
Screaming.
Pretty much right in Barnabas's ear too. That's just great.
It's also largely to get the attention of the people inside, being like, okay, they are a lot closer than we thought.
Yeah, Hazel is in the middle of, it doesn't matter how many there are, and then you just hear Rylan just, ah!
Okay, they are right outside.
And yeah, that's it. It'll take Hazel her action to get out there, but I'll put her on the map for the moment. But that's a dash out and sort of out to 5. Book. So you're kind of there. Darvin is basically right behind you, and just oh boy.
Remy will run up to Alice's side.
Yep.
And Alice, watch this.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
What level is that supposed to be? Okay, yeah, level 4. And she... Wall of fire. Make sure to get all of them.
Okay. The wall 60 feet long, 20 feet high, 1 feet thick. So draw you I has bugs. Let's do particularly cheerful shade of orange. So no, I'm trying to draw. Oh, okay, remove that. So there. Dexterity save. That's gonna be fun. They're not very good at dexterity. Oh my god, you're fucking kidding me.
Good or bad?
For them or you?
For
What is it from our
Trust.
perspective?
Let's see. What's the spell save DC? Just so that
15.
motherfucker. Natural 20. Natural 17. And a natural 16 with a dex -1 is 15 and ties go to defender.
Oof.
Nice try.
But
They
it's...
still take half damage.
Yeah, they are still taking half damage. They are very much doing that. So it's 5d8 fire damage. I need more d8s. Okay, so that's 13, 17, 20 down to 10. What side of the wall do you want them to end up on?
So the hot side is in that direction.
Yeah, the thing is, you cast it through them, so I'm probably gonna have to make some adjustments to determine where they end up when you cast the wall. So that's
I
one.
kind of figured it like that.
Either like in the wall or within 10 feet of this side.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I'm not. Well. If we do the same damage when can you stop drawing the damn? I know where the wall is. Okay, just making sure I know where I'm going with that. What's your movement speed, legs? You have a lot of movement speed, legs, so you have a vaguely pissed off looking tire moose giving you this noise as 10, 15, basically going to, because that side of the wall thankfully is not going to hurt him. And is effectively going to ram and stomp. So that's rolling to hit. That's correct. Will you stop that? Okay, so 5d6 plus I need more dice. 9, 19 points of bludgeoning damage and storm. Okay, and that was 19, 23, 31 on damage number 3. Okay. So yeah, Ava's kind of lost her her debate companion as Hazel has nermed out. So you can follow as far as basically there. Farada, same basic thing. It's like, okay, they've stopped arguing. I can go outside now. Oh, wow, look, those are frost giants. I have never seen those. I've heard stories about those, but I have never seen those. Barnabas.
I'd want to move up next to Remy.
5, 10. Ah! 25, 30. Yeah, you can do that.
And I then would want to, not there, use the bonus action to make the echo. 15. Make the echo there?
Well, it can't be there because that's its space, so you can put
Oh.
it there.
That'd be fine.
Okay.
Do I still get the attack now?
Yeah, you've just used a bonus action, not an action.
Gotcha. All right, action to go swing away at the bastard.
Okay, I'm taking it you're either swinging through the echo or you've swapped places with the echo.
I'll take the one attack through the echo. Basically.
Okay. Yeah, well, it definitely hits, so that's 22 minus 11, so that's... Okay. So that's one action through the echo, bonus action. Yeah, okay, so... And Clarity, you're sort of out with this bunch. Wait. Okay, and now it's Frost Giant's turn. Oh, the first thing that one's going to do is it takes the same amount of damage as if it starts its turn in. Okay, so that's 16. 26 down to 13, so... And moves out of the wall of fire. And it's actually pretty stupid, so it's going to attempt to attack the echo. What's the AC of your echo? Is it your AC?
No, it's actually higher. Or, hang on. First echo. 14 plus my proficiency bonus and 1 hit point. So
18 AC.
No, it hits, just. It swings with the great axe and piff.
Yep.
Looks a bit bewildered. And then sees the you over there, because it still has some movement. Yomp, yomp. Oh no. That's not good. For you, it was great for it. That's painful. That's 3d12 plus 6.
Oof.
9, 16, 22, 28 points of slashing damage with a massive honking great axe.
You know what? So, what's the difference between a reaction and a bonus action?
Reaction can only be used once per round of combat, and only in response to like being attacked.
Whatever.
All right,
triggers
and
You or somebody else. Yeah.
Gotcha. And one thing I never figured out how to do is how you put like is there like an item card option? Because I want to trigger payback.
Let me double check your character sheet, because I mean, if you're...
I mean, it's simple. Once per day, you can use your reaction and cause the damage done to you to be done to the thing that did it.
Yep. So, yeah, I mean, that's... I'll leave it at, because it's such a short description. You can kind of say, yeah, I'm doing that. So that was 26 points of slashing damage.
And I'm sure This frost giant's probably really confused.
Yeah, well, it's been a bit of a day for this frost giant apparently, so that's okay. Yes, frost giant number 2. It's technically also starting its turn in the thing, so 6, 10 down to 5, so that's 113. Onto the safe side of the firewall. Now we're gonna hand to fate this because no, it figured out that one with the wings made my axe too hot to hold. Picked it up now. Must have caused the fire too. Like I say, they're not that bright. So that's 2 attacks with.
Remy imposes disadvantage.
Okay, so that's disadvantage on that one. So. Yeah, first attack does miss. It had already missed on that first attack, actually. And the second one was a natural 16 plus 9. That's cocked. So that's 4. Didn't do very much damage either, so that's 10 points of damage on LSA. Frost giant number 3. I'll actually be glad when they get out of this wall of fire. This will go a lot faster when I have. So that's 16. 22. That's 12. Stomp, stomp, stomp. $13, 19 points of damage on Legolas. That is not a very happy moose. Okay, top of the round, LSA, who's obviously not particularly happy about having this jackass in her face. What do we have? You know what? Fuck it. Thunderwave. And do that at 2nd level. And rolling a con save. That's just poor. It's just really, really poor. They're not resisting LSA's magic very well. So, let's see. That's 3d8 force damage. It's 10 force damage. And being shoved 10 feet away. 5, 10. This is sort of whack. Nope. Rylan.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to attempt to blight this one
Okay.
using the heightened spell meta magic to impose disadvantage on the saving throw.
Okay. Can you put the
Uh,
spell
so-
card up, please?
I sure can. That would be this one.
Yes. Okay. So, Constitution save. Con save is plus.
It should have an attack button.
Well, it's
It
a
does.
it's a save. So.
I do have a button for it, but I'm.
Oh, you are. Why now? This is 17 and plus 8. Why?
Disadvantage?
Oh, disadvantage. Forgot about that. No, that's a 16. Why? Why do you do
Okay,
this?
that's alright. Still take half damage from this
Okay, so that's
cast,
8d8.
which will be half of. Wow, that's.
Yeah, remember
really good.
this is
Hits like a truck.
Mm-hmm. So that's still 19 once halved.
and that's 190. So that'd be
And then. I mean, this one's trying to hurt my friends. I might as well throw some more shadow bullshit at it. It's kind of the idea here. So I'm gonna burn a few more sorcery points to quicken spell and Eldritch Blast as my bonus action.
Okay, which are you hitting all three or are you aiming on one?
All three are going at this one.
Okay. Sorry, is that the same one you blighted?
That is the same one I blighted.
Okay,
yes.
good. Onward.
Just very quickly, this is, yes, 2 sorcery points and down another 2. First attack probably misses.
Oh no, that definitely did not hit. No.
Second attack.
That
18
hits.
hit
Roll damage.
for 6 force.
Okay.
Third blast.
No.
Nope.
So that's
Plan is to keep throwing shit at it until it dies.
okay.
For now, I'm moving the hell over here.
Okay.
Get the hell away.
You're now moving closer to the Frost Giant number 3 Legolas altercation, so that's great. Hazel.
So, bonus action boots.
Okay.
And meow,
And
right behind Barnabas.
Okay.
Gonna start by base, cure wounds, upcast to, I'm gonna say 3rd level.
Okay.
So just run up, tag him on the back, and
So that's for a total of 21.
yep. And then, given I have the great axe, just going to get both hands around that and swing into this jerk face. The haste action.
Okay. The cold damage does nothing, but as you withdraw the axe, the much like Alice's scimitars before, the frost gleam along the edge of the axe becomes something of a more radiant glow. And that particular frost giant does look particularly messed up. Darwin. What's Darwin gonna do? And Darvin's not particularly in the mood to mess anything up and wants at least one of these things down, so he is going to use Magic Missile. Base level cast because oh wait, hang on, because show spell description so I know what we're doing here. The second slot or higher, more. Oh, because that's only. Yeah, so that's one. We'll cast it at. Cast it at second level, so that'll be 4 bolts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10, 16. Yeah, it's really not looking very good at all. So.
Run the Darwin attack the middle one.
Nope, is
Oh, the
going for the most injured one, just to get one off the field. Remy.
Alright, Remy will advance on the second one.
Bonk.
Put up a Channel Divinity.
Okay.
And then start swinging away.
And damage is already rolled, so that's 11. Okay.
Then one more.
Okay. Yeah. That one's looking sturdier than that first one was, but it's still. Legs, meanwhile, is in direct contact with this thing, so it's just going to keep nomphing. That's reach. Hit 3d8 plus 6, so that's 7, 12, 18 for the bite, and 18 for the bite. 5d6 plus 9. 15 points for that's 13, 3. Yeah, Legolas is fucking up Frost Giant number 3 quite a lot. Sorry, mosquito. Mosquito must die. Okay, yes. Ava.
I'm gonna move up next to Darwin. Maybe not right next to, like maybe here-ish,
Okay.
because I'm gonna shoot, so that's probably not.
Yeah, it's like, I need my ears! I need my ears!
I know. And I'm gonna fire it this way.
Number 2, okay.
Oh, Hunter's Mark first, to the bonus action.
Well done.
Oh, sorry. Got to,
We'll apply it if you
that
hit.
was meant to be the spell card. 20.
No, because you have it at disadvantage. So please roll again, because the 15 that it was set up with wouldn't hit. There you go. So that's technically 14. So that's okay. Do you get a second attack? I'm pretty sure you do. Yeah, because it's 1 shot, 2 shot, bonus action to reload.
Yeah. I have that in my notes.
So, are you going to shoot again?
Well, yeah.
That misses.
Yep.
So yeah, it's bam, ooh, off, and then you have to stop and grapple to reload. Faraday.
Okay.
I love the
I'll
enthusiasm.
move as far north as I can, which I think is like right here, 30 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So yeah, about there.
Okay. I am going to metamagic a twin spell on hold monster to hit the 2 furthest away there.
Okay. Can you put up the
Get
spell,
the spell card.
Spell save DC. So that's a wisdom save. Ooh. They're not great on wisdom, and your spell save DC is 16. Motherfucker! I'm sorry.
Oh no.
One of them was a natural fucking 16 too, and their whiz save is 0. Actually, no, they're saving for their saving throws. Whiz is +3.
Oh.
Fuck you.
Efficiency's fun that way.
So they both made it?
They both made it. They kind of they both of them are like, you know, they're one of them is engaged with Dire Moose, the other one's engaged with Remy, and both of them look up at you like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? I just imagined this kind of.
Well, that's a level 5 spell.
Oh no.
Don't have a bonus action. What do I have for bonus actions again?
Did we discuss you taking Quicken spell the way?
I did not take it.
Oh yeah,
remember
because
we
you were
discussed it,
yeah,
but we
because
didn't.
yeah, because you were a little bit more concerned about avoiding people with your vast amounts of AOE.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I really have anything to do with bonus action, so that should be it.
Yeah, so you've got your little knot of sorcerers over there, like you know, one of them doing a hell of a lot more damage, and Faraday's just whoops.
That had a lot of potential, but it didn't pay off.
Barnabas.
High risk, high reward.
Oh, I'm just gonna bonus action make the duplicate there.
Where now? Okay, so we move another U over there. Point.
Yep.
Point.
Just to confuse it more than anything else. And then we're gonna attack it 3 times.
Okay.
Fire up the blender.
Fire up the blend.
Hey, I could action surge and do it 4 times.
Night use.
Let's one thing at a time, guys. Okay.
1.
Yep.
Number 2.
Okay.
And
Oh no! Wait a minute. Number 2 didn't hit,
okay.
and number 3 did. So it doesn't actually matter anyway. How do you want to do this?
One down.
Basically, the sword slight hits the back of its knee as it starts to fall. Like backswing cuts the throat.
Hazel with the boots of haste is kind of nip out of the way. Probably slightly soaked with frozen blood, but hey.
I mean, melee combat's the name of the game sometimes.
Okay, clarity.
Okay, everybody's so far away. I'm gonna go sort of squeeze between Darwin and Ava to try to get here.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you can sort of be partially flanking Farida.
And let's see, we're gonna try Scorching Ray.
Okay.
So where's the attack thingy? So just at that one near Remy.
The one that's actually kind of in the middle of the wall of fire.
Well,
No. That's a good thing.
double up or triple up.
Yeah. At least you know it's hurting
Let's
it.
just burn it some more.
So first one is 22.
That hits. Roll damage.
8 fire damage.
Okay, so
Second one is an 18.
that hits. Roll damage.
Another 8.
Okay. Okay.
And third one.
That does not hit.
14. So she sort of skids up between Darwin and Ava and says, "Excuse me," and then starts chucking fireballs.
Okay, Frost Giant number 1 is gone. It's oozing red everywhere. And that's 5d8 for that one that's been chucked back into the. That's 10. 20, so that's another 10 points of damage. As hit stomps 5, 10. It's not leaving Remy's area. It doesn't want an attack of opportunity. But it really isn't happy with the one who slapped him back into the firewall. No, that hits no matter what. That's a nat 1. 1 misses entirely and it sort of leans back, and so that the swing kind of goes over Remy's head and back over Remy's head again as the backswing hits Alice for... Oh, that's going to hurt. Where are my d12s again? 1, 2, 3. At least you're torturing me this time. So that's 16, 28, 34. Yeah, that got Alice fairly high in the shoulder, and that hurt. That hurt a lot. Yeah, ow. Okay, so that's Frost Giant number 2's go. Frost Giant number 3 has his target. Thank you very much. He's not doing much of anything until or unless he can get away from the dire moose. And dire moose AC is so that. Ow. That ain't good. None of that's good. Don't do this to legs. That's 3d12 plus 6. So that's 23, 28, 34, 44, 50 points of damage on the dire moose.
Is he still up?
The 125 hit points. Yes.
Jesus.
Big.
Ouch.
Yep. And it's made of ow, but which is why Alice is going to upcast healing word to third level. So that's 1d4 plus 4, 2d4 plus 4, 3d4 plus 4. So 8. Not much, but at least it's something. That's the bonus action. So we're not raging at this point. So that's okay. Have any freaking useful spells at this stage? You know what? Fuck it. Reposition. And we're gonna try this again. With a little luck. Why? Why do you do this? For everybody else, you roll incredibly well. I roll for a con save and I get a fucking 3! That's not upcast, so that's... 2d8 thunder damage. 10. 36.
Did you yeet the Jotun?
Twice now. This, because she specifically repositioned herself so that it's just back in the wall of fire. Rylan.
Okay, so I'm gonna operate under the assumption that Alice A largely has this one handled. And, like,
Well, if
more
she
or less.
doesn't, Remy does.
She doesn't, Remy absolutely does. Jesus.
Paladins.
Yeah, paladins are...
Paladin plus
Freaking
warlock at this point, though, because the wall of fire thing was inspired, I will say. So yes, Rylan.
Yeah, we're just
Basically
gonna...
what happens when you make a cleric ad hoc.
We're just gonna keep doing more chicanery here. So I'm gonna start with an upcast magic missile, the one on the right. I'm casting it at 3rd level for 5 bolts in total.
Okay.
So that will be button, please.
Yeah, you're gonna
1,
need to, 2.
3, 4, 5,
So,
and 19 damage in total.
okay, so that...
And for my bonus action, I'm going to second verse same as the first and quicken spell and Eldritch Blast. 3 of a kind at the one on the right.
Okay.
First one,
No,
natural
no.
1.
No.
No.
Okay, no, but roll damage on it anyway, because with a nat
Oh,
1...
no. Mhm.
Oh no!
3.
Thankfully, it's not that much, but you did
Yeah.
kind of hit Legolas in the ass.
Kind of wince a little bit.
As you hear the mrrr!
Sorry!
in tones of you people just keep hitting me with shit.
Poor legs.
And then I'll roll the other 2. Second one also I don't think hits.
No,
on an
but at least
11.
it doesn't hit Legolas.
And the third one, holy fucking how? Okay, you know what?
It was hitting legs. It's now like
Mhm.
trying to aim and and not hit legs, but this thing controls a 15-foot space and Legolas controls a 10-foot space, so there's not a lot of room.
No, there is not, which is why I'm going over here. Like,
Hazel, yeah, currently, Barnabas is better. Alice is a bit of a mess. Legolas is a bit of a mess.
Gotta go fast.
There.
One more over.
Point.
Doing that amount of movement. First action is going to be a mass cure wounds, tagging legs and Alice.
Okay.
My own spell.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's helpful.
Let's see. I'm gonna continue my movement to flank this thing with the hasted speed.
Hang on. Flanking which what now? Where are you going?
There.
Yum.
And Great Axe a go-go.
Okay. Yeah, this time, oh, no, because it didn't hit, but, again, you are noticing that the glimmer on the blade is more radiant than ice looking. That's basically it, yes?
Yep.
Okay, Darvin, again, well, he's still got the spell slots for magic missiles, so he's just gonna stick with that because he does honestly just want you. Will you things just fucking die already? So we'll stick with the base spell cast. So that's 1, 2, 3. You know you're supposed to be random, right? So that's going to be on critter number 2 in the fire there. So that's 5, 9. Yeah, from what little you can see in the fire, it's not looking so good at this point. Don't really have a bonus action, so Remy.
Remy will rev up a smite. And then go to town on the second one.
Okay. Oh, that's concentration.
Yeah, she'll drop the wall thing.
Well, okay, so let's. I think we can more or less remember where the house is, so let's clear the drawings, get that out of the way. Okay, so that's wisdom saving throw. 9. Finally, it actually failed a fucking saving throw on a spell that wasn't one I was casting. Thank you. Fuck, motherfucker. Nice. So let's see, 5, 10, so that's 15. Plus disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Can't take reactions till the end of its next turn. So that's It's looking pretty fucked up anyway, so yep. Yeah, no, I'm not even bothering with the maths. How do you want to do this?
She swings at its knee and blasts that apart with the smite, and then she drives her sword up through its chin as it starts toppling
So your
downwards.
Alice is just like, you and Barnabas really went to the same how to kill big things school, didn't you?
Yep.
Legolas.
Yep.
Legolas is not happy with this motherfucker. So Legolas is going to stomp on this motherfucker. Okay, so one actually, the bite attempt actually misses, but wasn't the most of the damage, so that's probably okay. Storm. D6 plus 6. My D6s are scattered hell to breakfast all over the place. 6, 10, 16. Ava! There is precisely one left, and it's attempting to turn Legolas into cutlets.
Crowded,
Well,
here-ish. Can I without...
well, you'd actually be better off moving kind of here, because then you've got a direct line.
Well, yeah, but then I risk hitting legs, don't I?
The legs are Hazel, but there's no place you could move that you wouldn't risk hitting somebody. Because if it's there, it's Remy or Alice.
I'm gonna bonus action reload.
Well, no, because your reaction last turn, your bonus action last
right.
turn was to reload.
Right.
So you're fully loaded. It's shot, bonus action, reload. Unless you desperately need to use your bonus action for something else.
Wait, I thought, wasn't my bonus action Hunter's Mark?
Oh, yes, it was. So, no, you haven't.
I have one shot.
Well, no, because you shot both shots.
Oh, right, yeah, no, you're right.
So you would have to use your... So, yeah, you have to use your bonus action first to reload, but then you can still take the 2 shots. It's just...
Yeah, just so I won't have the Hunter's Mark.
It's looking really rough anyway, so if you hit it hard enough, it won't matter.
Okay. First shot.
How do you want to do this? It had exactly 16 hit points.
Like, aim carefully, right in the forehead.
At which point Legolas sort of trots over to where the head is and stomp, 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 stomp.
Good boy.
It's teetering. I'm gonna get the fuck out of the way and zoom back over here.
I think we could pretty much call it for that, because we don't need the map, etc. anymore. It's just kind of frost giant corpses, but you do have Alice looking at them and going, I am guessing that none of you know why this is bad, because well, maybe Faraday does. Actually, Faraday, can you give me an intelligence check?
Intelligence check. 20.
Yeah, you remember this. There's a couple of things about frost giants that you mostly overheard when you were a kid. Before you died and when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Number one is that they are they will only bow to superior strength. and it's kind of hard to find superior strength to a frost giant. And two, they don't tend to leave their high, rocky, mountainous, freezy territory unless there's something else bigger removing them from it.
Oh boy.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so
Oh.
that's the thing. You guys don't know. You just have sort of you just have Alice say sort of going. None of you know why Faraday. You might know why this is bad.
They're not going to leave their home in the mountains unless something badder, bigger, or whatever is forcing them out.
Looks at the corpse of hers and it's like, yeah, that's some scars.
So you think White Handbag kicked them out?
Well, did the same thing to the people of Gray's Inn. Why would it stop there?
True. That suggests we're getting close.
Well, it's probably in one of the bits of cliff face that that Gray's Inn is the inn is built into. Probably means it's not ground level anymore.
So it sounds like this white dragon is clambering the cliff face, reaching in, grabbing frost giants and chucking them into the plains.
And the only reason it would...
Metaphorically.
Well, no, also, I mean, the frost giants live in that cliff mountain range area, etc. But what's on the other side of that?
That would have been that would have been Agrath, or at least middle of that would have been where the blue was.
Well, the blue is a little closer to the coast. But the entire province of Cabreaval is on the other side of that mountain range.
Oh boy.
So does that mean the white's going that way?
Might be trying.
See, what did they have him trying to tunnel through the...
Or climbing
cliff?
over.
I mean, think as a dragon, he'd just be able to flap over.
Not if...
Trying not to be seen?
Or there's got to be some kind of protection. From what Furseth told us back in the day, the red getting in was a fluke. Shouldn't have been able to do that. They're trying to find a way.
Gap in the wall.
Trying to find a way in. But it also means that I think it's going to be a little harder finding. Well, we just really need to hope that the weather is going to improve some, because the sooner we find where this... We're going to have some discussions of planning while we wait for this blizzard to blow over.
Probably.
Because, I mean, we basically have the options of climbing to find him or calling him down, and half of it depends on what we find when we get there. But for right now, taps herself on the shoulder and gives her her pool of healing hands. Okay, I'm not dripping blood anymore, so
Anyone else need healing?
I think as long as everybody's not bleeding, just in case more than a scouting party turns up. But and reaches into bag of...
Look at legs.
Well, the healing closed the wound, so it's not bleeding anymore. So she reaches into bag of holding and pulls out like 3 rabbits. They're gonna be stew.
That's good.
Yeah, I was going to field gut them, but then I saw that bunch, and unfortunately they saw me, so I figured I'd get here as fast as possible to have some backup. instead of taking
good
them
call.
on myself. You're welcome.
Very good call.
Smooch on the forehead and heads back for the... Come on, Lex. I'm sure we'll find something in Hazel's bag o' mysteries for you. We'll give you some of the give you some of the apple bonbons if you can dig up some frost carrots for us. And since we're a little past that time, we'll keep moving next session, and we will soon be there. And hey, we had some combat.
Yay!
Have a good night.
Later, guys.